Hello everyone and welcome to Sir Yellow Jacket's ultimate sword tutorial. Yay, we are finally here. Today I'm going to go over everything once again. I did do this once in the past, but I'm going to go over everything again, and I'm going to go all the brand new stuff that's come with the sword as well. First and foremost, we're going to go over damage, and then we're going to go over the tech, combos, the kit, my settings, the whole nine, folks, the whole nine. Starting with damage numbers, we got Lunge, 140. Then we got left click, 74. And then we use quick melee a lot as well. So, quick melee, 40 damage. Before I go into all the combos, I really do need to explain all the tech before any of this as well. That way we can understand how these combos work and understand the sword a bit better. The first tech I want to explain is the Gadget swap. For all of you that remember the Gadget swap for Season 2, you must know that it is still here. It is still prevalent. It's just not as strong as it used to be. There used to be a lunge, but now there's a timer, a built-in timer every time you Gadget swap. So when we Gadget swap, there is a timer until we could swing again, or lunge again, or whatever it is. Because of this, we now have to play around this timer. And what I've learned is, a while back, they did add a patch for the quick melee that you can cancel that. So what I do now is I go lunge, quick melee, and then we can do what we want after that. Putting in the quick melee during that timer period adds more DPS than what you would normally could do. For example, see? Now, if you don't add the Gadget swap, it is only like half a second of increased DPS, but half a second sometimes is just the key to winning a round or a game, you know? So you can learn it, you can not learn it, that's up to you. But keep in mind, I have learnt it and I get consistent team wipes. So now for my favorite part of the sword, the super dash. The super dash is a fantastic movement tool. I use it literally every game and every chance I can get nearly. It is really quite simple to perform. It is lunge and then dash. That's it. There's nothing too special about it. It is just lunge and dash. But you're going to do it immediately after each other. Aim a little bit high. And if you add a B hop right at the end here, you then gain a little extra momentum and keep that momentum that you originally had. You can also add a slide at the end, which means that you keep a little longer of the momentum, not a heap more, because it does slow down after a bit of the slide, but you do keep a little bit more of the momentum. So in order to do the slide, you need to make sure that you are holding your sprint button at some point. Super dash, jump, slide. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And now for how the lunge works. The lunge works as if it's on a train track. So what you want to do is you want to aim in a certain direction. And once you do, you are locked in that direction. You cannot move anywhere until it's over, unless you dash. So with this knowledge in mind, you need to know that when you're on this little train track, you need to move your mouse to hit the target. It's very obvious sometimes, but in case you didn't understand, yes, you do need to move your mouse to hit the target. So with Season 4, they did bring in a new patch that keeps the lunge's momentum the whole way through, and it doesn't slow you down at all. This makes it much better to hold a line across a doorway, and then let it go, and then look through the doorway, allowing your big-ass hitbox that goes through here to hit whoever's hanging around the door, and keeping you fairly safe. When an enemy gets defibbed, what you want to know is that you are an insta-kill to all defibs, including heavies. So for light and for medium, lunge is just enough to kill them instantly. For a heavy, it is a lunge and a quick melee, but that's almost as quick as a lunge normally is anyway, so that's fine. You know, it's strange. I've been here this whole time, and I noticed something. You haven't subscribed. I'm looking at it. You need to do it, otherwise I can't teach you combos. It's just the law. It's just the law. And it is illegal not to subscribe. Illegal, would you believe it? Alright, now that you've subscribed, I can now teach you combos. Woohoo! We're going to start from light, we're going to medium, we're going to heavy. Let's go. For light, it's very simple. It is our lunge and a quick melee. Woo! So if we do miss the quick melee, what we want to do is we want to gadget swap so that we can get our timer up as quick as possible. And then left click and or lunge, depending on the distance and where they are. A lot of the time for lights, you want to stun them. They're usually a dashing light. They're not usually invis, or they're not usually grapple. A lot of the time, they're just dashes. And to deal with dashes, you need a stun gun. That's as simple as it gets. Now for mediums, what we want to do is, depending on the scenario, if they're not moving too much and you can get the jump on them, that's what we want to do. This is the quickest way to kill a medium at this present time. Or if it's too risky to perform that, what we want to do is lunge and lunge. This is great if there's multiple targets around said medium, or if you're around windows, you can lunge. You lunge through a window, you come back, you dash through, you lunge again. It really depends on the scenario that you're in. If this medium is all alone, there is no reason not to do that. That is just the quickest way to deal with them. All right, now for the bane of my existence. Here he is, the heavy. I've still not figured out a consistent way to deal with these mother effers, all right? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I've got combos that deal fast damage, but they're not fast enough that they can't just charge and slam me, or winch claw me, or flamethrower at me, or God forbid anything else. You know, it's nearly impossible to out DPS a heavy. But that's okay, because depending on what they have, if they have like maybe a Lewis gun, you can stun them and do that. It will last the whole stun duration. But yeah, to perform that one, what we want to do is we want to go lunge, quick melee, gadget swap, left click, quick melee. That's the fastest way at this current time to kill a heavy, but a lot of the time you won't be able to hit that combo. Maybe if they're sitting on a cash point and they don't want to do anything to you, you'll be alright. Or if you've got that stun off and they're holding a gun that doesn't instantly delete you, then you might have a chance. But if they have flamethrower, if they have sledge, or they have all the other fun weapons that really love dealing with us, the best way I've found to deal with them is to dash around them and try and get some lunges in, or maybe do that, dash around, come back and do it again. If I sound like I'm at a loss, it's because I am. I don't know what to do with these fucks. I've been trying to figure it out for months, and I still can't tell you what the best solution is. They got nerfed in the worst ways this season, except for RPG. That was a great one. Thanks, devs. But no, Charge and Slam was untouched. Winchclaw was untouched. Oh, Winchclaw, I think it got a little bit reduced in range. That was it. But yeah, this class is a nuisance for me, and it will be a nuisance for you too. Okay, for my kit, obviously we run dash. We never run grapple. We never run invis. The only reason you'd ever run grapple is if you want to be Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. If not, then there's no point. After that, we run stun for the heavies and lights. If there's no heavies and lights and nothing but mediums, I might run gateway. Gateway's really good. For my third one, to make gadget swapping very easy, I use breach. It never runs out. I can always use breach charge. But if I want to use something more tactical, I might use a nade to throw onto point and hopefully deal half damage, jump in, kill them, finish them off, you know. But if not those four, then there's always the one at the end that we always use. Always use. Vanish Bomb. Vanish Bomb is great. This thing is awesome because, I'll show you now. Once we've taken damage, we can then vanish instantly. And while in the vanish, once it's about to finish, we're healing. It's beautiful. So we could just sit there, invised, starting to heal, come back, we're ready for round 2 in the fight. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. You got RPG, you got all that other nonsense that'll just like end your life. Or you got the CL40, which is a very fun weapon now. Thank you, devs, for bringing that back in the game. That was always a fun weapon to deal with back in Season 1. Glad it's back. For my settings, I have 30 cents with a 1600 DPI. That may sound really fast, but I do have a very large monitor. I have 2560 by 1440. And it's a large curved monitor, so it's very easy to control this sensitivity, I feel. If you have a smaller monitor, it would be a lot harder. It's not a lack of mouse pad, trust me, I've got a large mouse pad. This just feels very, very easy to use the sword with because you don't need to be accurate so much as you need to be fast. I do not use melee aim assist anymore. I did for a good while. I would even say last week. And then I learned how clean it feels to have it off. I feel way more in control of what I want to do. When it's on, I don't know what it is exactly that is making me feel like I'm not doing what I want to do, but it sucks. I don't like it as much. So if you want to have a clean experience while using the sword, I imagine just turning off melee aim assist. And now that we have all this good stuff, and you're still losing, why is that? Because you don't have common sense. You'll need a lot more hours playing the sword, or just the game in general, to understand when and when not to go in. I still, and all my mates can agree, have trouble not knowing when to go in. If you guys were wanting some commentary on some games in the past, or games in the future, and showing my thought process behind said games, I could do that. I'm more than happy to do that. So just let me know. Put a comment in the comment section. If it gets a lot of likes, I'll make it. I also got a montage coming up next week. Very cool. Yeah, that's it. Make sure you like, make sure you sub. I bet no YouTuber ever has ever said that. So, yep, do those things, and I'll give you some smooches. All right, you ready? Mwah. 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 It's not gay if it's for the homies. Mwah. Mwah.